got the X. Maybe you thought you won, but I'm still undefeated.
Hey guys, just before this video starts, if any of you guys are looking to buy any keys, crates, items, anything you want, AoEAH.com is a third-party website that literally buys and sells any Rocket League items across any console. If you want to check it out, use the link in the description and use code XYZ on your checkout to receive a discount. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy XYZ here to discuss how the new Epic Games Psyonix situation is going to most likely affect the markets, and it potentially could affect all platforms. So basically, I've been running through the scenarios in my head of what are the different options they're going to have, because Epic Games, ultimately, their goal is to increase the amount of players on the Epic Games Store while also decreasing the amount of Steam players, but they're also focused on not trying to affect or upset the large player base on any console or any platform, that is. Because Epic Games is one of those companies where they realize how much the community's happiness really means for a game making money. Because Epic Games knows, hey, if we keep all of our players happy, we can make more money. Because, you know, the more people you upset, the larger you risk them quitting the game, which means obviously if they quit the game, you're not going to make any money off of them. So this is basically the different scenarios I have run through my head, and I'm going to start with the ones that would be most upsetting to the community. So obviously the least likely I'm going to go over first. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of every single situation, and then at the end I'm going to discuss what I believe is the most likely situation to occur with Epic Games if they've thought of this. If they haven't and they're watching this and they think my idea is maybe somewhat good, I'd appreciate, you know, Rocket League creator codes, XYZ. I'm just saying. But anyways, alright. So the first way they could solve this situation of getting people to transfer their items from Steam to Epic Games would probably be, you know, if they just added cross-platform trading, like being able to trade through the Rocket ID or something. Like if, say, you could just go on your Rocket ID, you know, and just invite anyone and just trade with them no matter what platform they are. But that is not a very good idea, because a lot of Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch players would probably get pretty upset because PC prices are a lot lower than every other platform. So that would cause all the other platforms' items to drop in value as well, with the influx of a lot of cheaper items. So I'm assuming cross-platform trading is probably not going to be an option. I just mentioned that as it is one of the potential situations which could occur, but it's most likely not going to happen. The next idea I had is maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe they could make it like kind of cross-platform trading, but there would be some way in the Rocket ID to sense that one player is Steam and one player is Epic Games, and allow an Epic Games and Steam player to trade with each other, if that makes any sense. Like, it would sense, hey, you're an Epic Games player, hey, you're a Steam player, you two can trade with each other. That way they would keep the PC market strictly on PC, because the Epic Games version of Rocket League is going to be PC, while the Steam version is still going to be PC as well. So I figured that might make a little sense, you know, keep an exclusive PC market, while not necessarily keeping it exclusively Steam or exclusively Epic Games, because some people were freaking out and worried that they wouldn't be able to transfer any items from Steam to Epic Games, but that is, I can like 99% guarantee that there will be a way to get your items from Steam to your Epic Games account some way. I don't know how Epic is going to do it, but I know Epic is the kind of community I mentioned that they want to keep their player base happy, and almost every single one of their pro players, almost all of the RLCS pro players, almost all of the even CRL players and RLRS players have put thousands of dollars into buying alpha items like the Gold Stones, the Gold Rush boost. This is using Bacchus mod. That's obviously I don't have a Gold Rush or Gold Stone. I might get a Gold Stone though. I'm looking into it. You know, the 2nd anniversary of my channel is coming out, so I might get myself a little celebratory gift. But anyways, yes, Epic Games is going to want to keep their pro player base happy. So they're probably going to make it some way where they can transfer their items to their Epic Games account, because Epic is also trying to decrease the amount of people using Steam while also boosting the player base on the Epic Games Store. Because Epic Games is putting a ton of money into investments to grow their Epic Games Store player base. And if they found a way to completely transfer all of the Steam players over to the Epic Games Store, that would be their best way of them making money for the future. Which is what I'm going to discuss right now, which I think is the best way that they could do that while also keeping all of the player bases happy. So what my idea is say when you boot up into Rocket League on Steam, you would be able to like go into like options or something or extras, and then maybe they'd have like a I don't know, like an inventory transfer code generator where you just click the button once, it'll generate a 20-digit code that then you would go into your Epic Games account, say type in redeem code, and then you'd type in your code to redeem your inventory, and it would fully transfer your inventory from Steam to Epic Games. I see that as being the best way to keep all the players happy, to not upset any console players by maybe adding a cross-platform trading, because that would obviously upset a lot of people, and Epic doesn't want to do that. With this option, I don't see there realistically anything going wrong, because if you generated the code and then you were claiming it on your Epic Games account within like 5 minutes, realistically, no one else is going to guess that 20-digit code in those 5 minutes. Even if there's just a bunch of people just randomly spamming, they could probably also make it so that every Epic Games account could only claim one inventory code. So you wouldn't have a bunch of people just spamming in a bunch of random codes hoping to get a few people's inventories, which obviously that would be a jag move. But we know there's a lot of people out there like that. So if they made it so that each person could only claim one inventory from Steam, that would allow pro players to transfer over their alpha items to Epic Games. That would allow almost every Steam player to basically transfer over to the Epic Games store. And then, I mean, let's be honest, guys. Most of the games we play on Steam, we probably don't play as much as we play Rocket League. And, I mean, just for me especially, I only play 2 games on Steam, and it's Rocket League and Creative Destruction. And I don't really play Creative Destruction that much anymore. I mainly just play Rocket League. And if they transferred me on over to the Epic Game Store, I probably wouldn't open up Steam for a long time, I'm going to be honest. So if they just made a way where you could just transfer your inventory over like that, like a redeemable code or something, that would be the best way where they could maintain their player base without upsetting anyone, transferring everything over to the Epic Games Store, while also not upsetting any console players or pro players at all. And I don't see anything wrong with this idea. I mean, who knows? Maybe Epic Games already has an even better idea to simply just transfer your inventory over. But I'd honestly want to hear your opinions in the comments. What do you think Epic Games is going to do? Because we all know they're a very smart company that will do almost anything to keep their community happy and make money. And I honestly feel like my last idea would be a pretty successful implementation to get everyone over to from the Steam store to the Epic Games Store without having to upset a lot of people or mess anything up. And I don't know. I obviously I'm probably overlooking some flaws in my plans, so I would love to hear in the comments if you guys have any other ideas or changes you maybe would want to make. And also let me know, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think Epic's going to do? I'm honestly really interested to see what people think, and I'm honestly a little worried too. But at the same time, I realize, like, I was worried that, like, oh, maybe no one will play the Steam version anymore and I might get screwed over with my inventory on here. But then I realized all the other pro players would be screwed over with their inventory stuck on here as well. And Epic Games probably wouldn't want to upset a large amount of their players by doing that. So we'll have to see, but honestly, I feel like we're going to be fine, guys. For all you PC players out there worrying about prices dropping or getting screwed over with your inventory, I feel like Epic Games wouldn't do that to us because they want to keep us happy, they want to make money, they want to bring players over to the Epic Games Store. They're going to find a way to do it all. Don't worry, guys. If you guys enjoyed, I would appreciate a like, down below to help support me, and a subscription. If you enjoyed my, my little theories on what might happen, and if you think any of them were good, just let me know in the comments. If you think any of them were bad, obviously I know cross-platform trading probably isn't going to happen, I said, because it would upset most of the console players. But yeah, let me know in the comments any of your opinions. Thank you all for watching. Peace out, boys.